This video is about demonstrating the knowledge of the relationship between a perpendicular radius and a chord. So if we have a circle that's a radius is perpendicular to a chord, which is AB in this case, then it bisects the chord and the arc. Okay, and vice versa. If there's a perpendicular bisector, then that perpendicular bisector is the radius. So M to over here is a radius. So we can use this to set a Pythagorean theorem to find missing side lengths. So number one, we want to find AB. Well, AB is the chord, and we know that the chord is bisected into two congruent parts. If we draw in MB, that gives us a radius. Now remember that M to the edge over here is also a radius. So if we add those two numbers together of 12 and 8, we know our radius has a length of 20. So now we can focus on the triangle and we can do Pythagorean theorem. 20 squared equals 12 squared plus x squared. 400 is equal to 144 plus x squared. So we get 256 equals x squared. X is 16. So if this piece is 16, this other piece is also 16. So AB is equal to 16 plus 16, which is 32 meters. In number two, find JK. So again, JK is the chord that's been bisected. M over here to this side is the radius, so it's 30. So I'm going to draw a radius MK, and I know that length is 30. So now I can do Pythagorean theorem. So we have 30 squared equals 18 squared plus x squared. So 30 squared is 900. So we have 900 equals 324 plus x squared. We can subtract that from 900. We get 576 equals x squared. When we take the square root, x is 24. So each part of the chord has a length of 24. So to get JK, 24 plus 24 is going to equal 48 inches. In number three, we want to find MB, which is our radius in this case. So we already know that part of the chord is 21 and part of the distance from the center to the chord is 20, so we can do Pythagorean theorem. So we have x squared equals 20 squared plus 21 squared. So we get x squared equals 400 plus 441. X squared equals 841. So x is 29. Because we were looking for the radius, we don't have to change 29 at all. That's just the distance we were looking for. In number four, we want to find JK. So we know that the radius is 15. We know this is also a radius. If the bottom part is 6, we can subtract from 15 to get the other part in our triangle is 9. Once we have that length, we can do Pythagorean theorem. So 15 squared equals 9 squared plus x squared. 225 equals 81 plus x squared. 144 equals x squared. So x is 12. So each part is bisected in this chord to 12 and 12. So JK is equal to 12 plus 12, which is 24 feet. In number five, a 40 centimeter chord is 15 centimeters from the center of the circle. What is the radius? So when we draw our circle, we have a chord going across and from the center a radius that's perpendicular. So it is bisecting that chord. So if the chord is 40, it's bisected into 20 and 20. The distance from the center to the chord is 15, and we're looking for the radius. So we have r squared equals 15 squared plus 20 squared. R squared equals 225 plus 400. R squared equals 625. So our radius is 25. So in this case, it'd be 25 centimeters. In number six, a circle has a radius of 15. The chord is 9 meters away from the center of the circle. What is the length of the chord? So again, draw our circle. We have our chord that goes across. We know that it is bisected, but we don't know the length, so we'll call it x for now. We know that the radius is 15, and the distance from the center to the chord is 9. So 15 squared equals 9 squared plus x squared. 225 equals 81 plus x squared. We can subtract 81 from both sides. 144 equals x squared. So x is 12. So each part of the chord is 12. So when we double 12, we get our chord is 24 meters. Number 7, two concentric circles have a radius of 9 and 41. Within the larger circle, a chord is tangent to the smaller circle. What is the length of the chord? So we have our concentric circles. We have a big circle and a smaller circle inside. Across the bottom of the center circle is a tangent line, which is going to represent our chord that's bisected. So from the center to the chord is the radius of the smaller circle, so that's going to be 9. From the center to the edge of the bigger circle is going to be our bigger radius of 41. So we can do Pythagorean theorem. 41 squared equals 9 squared plus x squared. 1681 is equal to 81 plus x squared. So we get 1600 equals x squared, so x would equal 40. So each part of the chord is 40. So when we double that, the chord would equal 80 millimeters.